Hello, Collective. Wendy Joy, Love and Light. Trust is something that you need to rely on two different types of informational paths in order to determine if it's a good feeling or a bad feeling. Like if you should trust or if you shouldn't trust, right? And when we rely on our discernment, as well as our emotional feelings or sensations, it allows us to be able to navigate the situation in order to determine what side of trust is being shown to us. Is it a false trust? Is it a good trust? And that comes with how it's being presented by the one who's portraying the need or the desire to have trust. So when you break it down and you look at it more closely to your situation, right? People in general, we trust that people will be kind and nice and that they'd be genuine and helpful. We also want to believe with our emotional side that everybody has that ability to do that. It's whether or not they choose to. So choice comes into play as well as your discernment and emotional sensations. So when you look at where the information is being provided to you from, like what is the source, if it comes from someone that, you may have emotional ties with, we'll say positive emotional ties, then maybe you might be more willing to believe, to trust, to use your discernment and your intuition in order to be validated by the information that you're provided. Like if someone says something good to you or something nice to you, you would like to trust that they're genuine about that. That doesn't always seem to be the case though, because we could feel a certain way about another person, place, or thing, but because of free will, the other person, place, or thing, or even group, right, could be more than one, may not share the same feelings or the same sensations, emotional sensations as you on such a deep level. So they may offer misillusion as a hidden intention that would propel them but bring you down. And they may be trusting that you won't notice or that you will let your emotional ties get in the way of the manipulation, because at this point that's what that is. It's manipulation, right? And your discernment is your gift to be able to use all of your senses and all of your knowledge, rely on all parts of you to see what the actual truth is. Now, truth has multiple sides. There's your truth, there's their truth, there's the real truth, and then there's collective truth. Now, collective truth doesn't always have to be the real truth, because misguidance and illusions and people who perceive to harbor negative sides of all areas may try to throw veils or unseen obstacles, right, your way, and hope or trust that you feel that maybe it's just yin and yang, cause and effect, or the 360, that maybe you didn't do something so completely pure and filled with love in the past, and that it's coming into your present, right? Because what we dwell on is what we bring into our future. So it's possible that the other party was trusting that whatever, misillusion that they sent your way, that you would fall into play and believe that this is what your reality is because of the way you may have performed, moved, or even thought about situations in the past. Meaning you are very giving and very willing to trust, even if your emotions or your sensations were alerting you that you should reevaluate. That maybe it wasn't for your best interest, but that it was an illusion being cast upon you that would benefit another more, or even not for you at all. And that happens all the time, sadly to say, because when low dense energies or people actually that want to cut corners and get further without doing the work or walking over the backs of others, whether it be metaphorically or physically, right? By either their thought patterns, their words, their movements, and how they see them in their own life, in their own existence. So maybe they don't feel so happy with the life that they are living, and that's why they're portraying on you who maybe they do feel that you are happy in the life that you're living and want to cast doubt or misillusion or fear to keep you from really connecting with your intuition and using your discernment for your best interest, which would allow them more of an opportunity to take advantage. So trust is a multi-level situation, and you need to use all of you, your past experiences, how you resonate, the feelings that you're getting, the sensations, even the internal nudges that your higher consciousness, your spirit team, or even the divine may be sending to you through your third eye, whispered words of wisdom, or that they're saying, stop, reflect. It's okay to take a moment before you apply the final decision on whether you're going to trust or if you're going to reform the situation in order to make it beneficial for all parties. See, sometimes when we're thinking about trust, we're not looking outside of the box. We want to believe, or we want to resonate with the ones that we may hold emotional space for. But on the same token, if we hold negative emotional space internally, we need to work that out and see what is lacking within us in order that keeps us in a spot where we may not want to trust. We may write everything off right from the start because maybe we were hurt in the past. But you shouldn't let that be your future. So if you feel yourself on any point, any level of trust, right? The whole composition of trust. And it's very vast because it encompasses a whole lot of angles and sides. And there's always more than one energy involved when you're trusting. Unless, of course, the trust that you have is internal and that you believe and trust your spirit team. But still, that's more than one energy because your spirit team is energy. You are energy. So no matter how you look at the word trust, there's always a multitude of energies that are involved. And keep in mind that even though we're one person, we are filled with different energy sources within our body that continues the cycles for each area. So they say we have 7 chakras, we have 7 energy points. We have actually more than that because we've got way more chakras than just that. But those are the main ones that harness and send out the energy dispersed to all the other aspects on that level. It kind of gets a little bit scientist based, right? Or spiritual based. However you want to look at it, energy is scientific. They were able to determine that. And we already knew that being spiritual is energy. And that since we are spiritual energy in 3D life human form, right? Giving us the ability to navigate different sensations and different levels of existence, then it makes everything pretty aligned to know that we hold the direction in which we go, and that free will allows us to pivot, to turn, to change our mindset, to increase our vibration, to lighten our density load, if you will, by taking only the value of all the lessons that life has provided to us up until this point, and releasing the baggage or the weight of it to the ultimate one by understanding that nothing happens to you, it happens for you. And that even includes trust. So next time you come into a position where trust is a needed, necessary thing, and I'm speaking with other energy outside of you, outside of your spirit team, because your spirit team won't lead you wrong as long as you're acting within love and light, right? You're using your gifts to benefit the multitude. You're not just focused on self, right? You're not looking to cut corners to elevate self by stepping on the backs of others, right? You're looking to share your information through the motion, the movement, and the mindset that you have. And that is also a form of trust. So when you walk in the glory of knowing, right? Allowing your inner knowing to develop and flourish, and strengthening your discernment, that will put you in a perfect position to be able to see, to sense, and understand whatever is coming your way. And you will be able to recognize whether or not it's a good space for you or only for another. Reach out and let me know, because sometimes it gets a little bit confusing. But really, it's just plainly simple. If you rely on your inner knowing and your discernment, if you've got a great relationship with your spirit team, then it should be very easy to notice, understand, respond, and move accordingly whenever a trust issue is presented to you. And if you are having difficulty because maybe you're still in a lower energy, by all means reach out. Because the one thing that I won't ever do is leave you stand there cold and alone. So with my love and my devotion to your for your self-development, for your inner understanding, to show you that it's been within you the whole time. It's just whether or not you choose to believe, rely, and walk within the divinity that you were gifted with at birth. Because at birth, every single one of us was gifted with the soul. We may not realize it, but we have one. Unless, of course, you do really bad, horrible, debauchery things and you gave your soul away, or you traded it for a quick fix. You have a soul and you're filled with love and light. And if you did give your soul away, call it back. Repent. Tell the Creator that you are moving in your south node, in your fight or flight response or reaction mode. You had not yet learned, pretty much. But you're willing, you're ready to receive, to renew, to revitalize the divinity within you. It won't be laid on deaf ears. Once you state what it is that you rather transition to, then your movements will solidify that. And as soon as you start rolling, moving, perceiving, changing, adapting, and understanding by peeling away your layers and learning your value that you've accumulated over your lifetime, then you will have then shown the universe that you are worth trusting in the word that you are providing another level, because you are now migrating in that direction. And I can help you on any stage of the game. So when you make a decision, when you choose you, when you choose your higher self, your growth and your development, I'm here for you. Reach out and give me a shout, because together we could illuminate your path by realigning your core, your values, and who you really are on the inside. And that will take an awful lot of work from you. But you won't be alone, because your spirit team is waiting for you to recognize them. Another form of trust. But when you trust your team, that means you trust yourself. More layers. But I am here to help you seamlessly navigate each layer, each level, so that you can see the beauty that's around you, within you, and you can give it to others. Cause and effect. So when you're given an opportunity and trust is needed, use your discernment, your intuition, and speak with your spirit team. Call me. I can be that bridge for you. I can show you what it is that you need, and then it will be up to you to take that choice, to make those bold moves, to show the Creator that you mean what you say and that you say what you mean, that you do what you say and you say what you do. It's a great place to be. I'm there. I've always been there. I've always said what I do and do what I say, because I believe that it's important. It's important to me that I am honest and loving and giving on every step of my journey. And I am here for you. So reach out. I can't wait to meet you. My lovely collective, I am sending you strength, clarity, stronger determination, and the ability to use your discernment and rely on your intuition and have clear connection with your spirit team. And that your self-development brings you to the highest levels so that you too can fulfill your contract, what you came here to do. Love and light, peace and joy.